What's up YouTube? Capital G here, low rated duels on my stream. This is me playing my Pendulum heroes, but probably not the best version ever. I built this deck kind of being like a rank 4 base because your best heroes are like level 4, Stratos, Bubble Man, Neo Salius and Shadow Mist and whatnot. So they're all like level 4. So I figure, okay, well, might as well try and make it, like a level 4 deck. I am not running Stratos in here though. So because obviously Stratos is banned in TCG, I decided to mix in just other good level 4 monsters, things like 10 Goldfish. I thought 10 Goldfish could work here because it could summon Bahamut Shark, which can summon Treat Toad, and obviously I have Bubble Man and Elder Entity Norden as like my other level 4 monsters. So this is like, it's not that bad. I mean, it can work a little bit. And then for my Pendulum scales, I decided to just go with a whole bunch of Dracos because Dracos are like the good ones, are like all level 4s and whatnot. So I was like, oh, it's natural synergy. Their scales are 3 and 5, so I can Pendulum summon. But this is still low rated duels because I got some trash shit in this deck for realsies. And I'm playing against Amorphages. He opened pretty good too. Well, it's actually pretty decent. I don't think Amorphages is like the greatest deck ever. So as of right now, he essentially has it so that everything on the field is basically getting Macrocosmos or non-Amorphage cards, like, basically my shit. This card is Iridium is kind of like a walking Macrocosmos, or it can be kind of like a walking domain. It just depends on whether it's in the Pendulum skill or whether it's in, whether it's in like the Monster Zone. So I'm going to go ahead and take my shot at trying to clear his board. I summon Monk, and he just was like, nope. The crazy thing is he didn't even let me... Like, he didn't even wait for me to use the effect. Like, I think he should have waited for me to use the effect. He summons Jurigato. Jurigato is, like, not at full power because of this card right here, Lysis. So, he's taking a little bit. I activate my Unexpected Die. I get some Beaver Warriors. Then I got triple Beaver Warrior from Rescue Rabbits. I don't know why people wanted me to play Beaver Warrior in the deck. The only reason I agreed to play Beaver Warrior, there's two reasons, actually. Well, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll play Beaver Warrior. I'll play 3 of them. There's only 2 reasons that I decided to play it. One was because I was already playing Unexpected Die in the deck anyways, so I figured I'd be able to special summon it from the deck because I'm playing like, like Master Pendulum and whatnot. And then the other was because I wanted to play Rescue Rabbit. Rescue Rabbit obviously is a 4, so I can exceed with it, or I can just get copies of the other Dracos. So I figured, I was like, you know what? As terrible as Beaver Warrior is, it actually makes sense in this deck because it's a vanilla level 4 monster. If it was like level 3, I wouldn't have played it, but it being level 4, I was like, hell yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. So I go for Castel, get this card off the field, and I'm gonna go into battle phase. Now the misplays were real here, guys. You're probably gonna notice it. I exceed using the wrong Beaver Warrior like an idiot, so I lose my Beaver Warrior basically for free, just like a total noob. This is why this is low rated duels. So let's see what he's gonna do here. He top decks another Amorphage, and then he just sets it. And at this point, I've got a pretty good play. I got the 10 Goldfish. I got the Bubble Man. Again, I go for Bahamut Shark. I get Treat Toad out, and that's what I was talking about. Why the whole reason why I played that. I feel like this is going to become, when Invasion Vengeance comes out, I feel like this is going to become like somewhat meta defining. Just being able to, like, I feel like Bahamut Shark is going to become one of the best cards in the game just because it can summon Treat Toad. Like, Treat Toad will be that card, but Bahamut Shark will be the enabler of that. It's kind of like Ptolemaeus was, but not nearly as good as Ptolemaeus. Ptolemaeus allowed you to go into like so much good shit. So here, I'm not able to get over his 1950 monster, which kind of sucks. He activates Iridium and he messes up because even though, and I actually didn't know this, if your opponent activates a Pendulum while you have Treat Toad on field, if you negate the Pendulum, since Pendulum cards cannot be set on your, like, they can't be set in the Pendulum scales or the Pendulum zones, you actually set that card as a monster. So instead of him activating Iridium, I steal his Iridium, which is really, really big. So I end up taking his Iridium, and then I decided to put the Bubble Man back into my hand. And at this point, we're just going to go try and win here. Now, I can't actually exceed because of his little stupid monster effect. And now that I flip over Iridium, I can't exceed as well. So actually, I think it's because I flipped Iridium face up. Yeah, like both of those stop, or they both stop us from going into our extra decks unless it's like Amorphage monsters. I was going to play Mass Change second, but I can't special out of the extra deck, so instead I just decided to kill him with battle damage. damage. If I hadn't had that whole, you know, not being able to special summon from the extra deck, I definitely would have went for Acid here, and then I would have summoned like a Treat Toad from Bahamut Shark as well. But you know what I mean? I was just glad to be able to get the win, you know, because he had the Floodgate deck, and it was just so annoying playing against Amorphages if you guys have ever played against them. But this deck didn't perform that terribly. But again, this is against Amorphages, not the most competitive deck in the world. But I did try and make this deck kind of like, you know, rank 4 based, and I feel like Bahamut Shark into Treat Toad is one of the best plays that the game is going to have fairly soon come November. And man, it's going to be really, really big, guys. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this triple Beaver Warrior 2 Stronk. Thumbs up the video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for watching as always.